Hi guys!
Hey everyone!
Welcome to Make 2 and another episode of Cities Skylines. In the last episode, as you may recall, we ended with very little money in my sad little town of Maketopia.
It's not sad, it's lovely. It's growing and having some growing pains.
It's small. So,
it is small,
yeah.
and you're losing money fast. You're hemorrhaging money like
this might
somebody
have been,
who's bleeding.
This might have been the save game that I referenced in the last video where we labeled it Bleeding Money WTF, because I don't understand how this is happening.
Because you turned on those policies, maybe.
Yeah, well, as you
and
can
you have
see,
a loan.
At the very beginning of the video, I showed the policies and I had taken out smoke detectors, even though I've got, like, fire danger, apparently.
But look, you went from minus 1,000 to minus 200, so that looks like it was definitely the right thing to do.
Okay, but it's still going down, as you can see, and I have a loan out already. I do have the ability to take out a second loan, and I think that is what I'm going to do eventually, but first I'm, like, looking at the status of things around. See? Like, it's even telling me, put fire service in, or police service, that's right.
No, just saying remember you can if you want to.
It's saying that you need it, because look at all,
We've got
2 different locations. I've got
you've got
commercial
criminals
district,
everywhere.
And commercial district wants workers. Like, the town is not doing well. So that's why it's sad. I've got an abandoned building in the industrial district.
That's okay.
Yeah. Oh god, look, the crime, it's rampant.
It's riddled with criminals.
You would think small towns would be, like, more crime-free than bigger towns. But anyway, I'm taking the loan out.
Ouch.
Yeah, I needed it. It's a more expensive loan than my other one, but
it takes per week, it's less, so...
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even look at the numbers. I just look at the big number and realize that I'm going to have to eventually pay that big number back. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm now zoning for stuff. I know that I need more residents because people need workers. But, yeah, I've got an abandoned building, basically just not in good shape. So this is probably, at this point of our 2 whole videos so far, the lowest my town has been in terms of status.
Your poor little Maketopians. All they want is for you to love them and take care of them and give them everything they need.
But I'm so incompetent, so I can't.
Well,
yeah.
When life gives you lemons, you gotta make lemonade.
So here I am trying to build more residential zone, just to have more people added to the town to start working. And
maybe look
water. I mean, have I put the police station down yet? Like, jeez.
I thought you did.
I don't even know, because, like, all that crime is still going on.
I'm pointing to the nearest roundabout. I thought that's the nearest roundabout.
Well, there's still just tons of crime.
There we go. I can see one coming out now.
Oh, good. Yeah. Get to work. Get to work, guys. So cute.
Yeah, there was a point where I had a bus depot, something you unlock later, like a police station, and I accidentally didn't have power for a very long time. And I turned on the power, and you had this stream of vehicles, just like maybe 50 buses. You could be the same with police cars, just 50 vehicles just flying outside because they were desperate to catch up to their tasks. We've got a little bit of traffic coming up to this roundabout as well now, which is interesting.
So I've just placed that fire station.
Is that your first fire station?
Yes.
Okay.
Just in case there's any problems.
Oh, no.
And I need water, yes, as you pointed out earlier. You know, it takes me a while sometimes to remember, like, when I build a road, I have to actually build all this other stuff to make sure that there's access, you know, to resources on that road. But anyway, for now, I'm just basically trying to, like, put out fires, literally. See, the police guy was flashing down the road that direction.
I want to see where he's going.
It's hard to follow. As we said with the previous video, this has been pre-recorded and the footage is a bit sped up so that the video doesn't take too long, especially at this beginning stages where there's not that much going on with the city other than, you know, growth and hopefully progress. So I can't exactly, like, cut to things that, you know, might have been interesting in retrospect to cut to. But yeah, I've got more residential stuff building.
Yay, 1,300.
And I've reached this new milestone of a tiny town. I've unlocked gravel and pavement paths and canals, quays, flood walls, parks. Parks should be cool.
Parks are cool. I haven't used canals yet at all. High school. That means people are going to want a high school / need a high school.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't put a high school in right away. Save your money. Save your money. Save your money.
I just want the ability. I want to be able to, like, put new things in town to make things more interesting. I think I'm going to
pay it back.
Yeah, I'm going to pay this loan now with the money that I've borrowed newly at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, that second loan is way better. Oh, no. No, it's not.
No, yeah, the interest is cheaper on the other one, but I can't pay back the middle one just yet. So, and I need money in the bank to be able to, like, buy things and
because you are in the black just about.
Yeah. So here I am trying to expand more of the residence zone, because I had mentioned before in the other video that I like to have the schools be actually in neighborhoods and not like in the middle of the city. Maybe, once the city gets bigger and I have no choice, I'll put, schools and stuff in the middle. But for now, I like the idea of just having schools centered in a neighborhood the way that I grew up,
Yeah.
And so I'm going to put the high school, I think, in this little diagonal bit here I kind of actually want the high school and the elementary school to be closer together. And I think that will change maybe even in this video, but certainly in a future video, I will be moving the high school and the elementary school to be closer together. And I'll also be changing up the shape of these roads some, but that's expensive. And as you can see, I've already spent myself hugely down because that high school was super expensive. So I have to be very careful at this stage of the game of the choices that I make, because I don't have a ton of money to mess around with.
I think it's coming along well, though. I also think it is a good idea to have, I imagine, though I know commercial zones make noise pollution a little bit, of having a neighborhood like in real life. A neighborhood has all little amenities, because the sphere of influence of a fire station, certainly of a police station, of a school isn't that big, parks. So why not make little units where people live, which have houses, have a fire station, have a high school, have an elementary school, and have a park.
And a high street, as you might call it in Europe.
Yeah,
a high street being like the main street where there's like commercial stores and restaurants and things like that.
Or even a little strip mall or just a shopping mall with little roads. I think that's a good idea. I haven't done that particularly in mine. I just have a massive, massive office district.
Yeah, which eventually I do want to put in. So like to the left of the roundabout here in the corner of the screen, to the left, there's a road that hasn't been built out yet.
And that's
plan. My eventual plan is to have, the central business district where you've got skyscrapers and things like that. And that'll be later when I actually, I guess, unlock the ability to have those. So over here, as I promised before, I've got some curvy roads to like alleviate some of that grid pattern 90-degree angle stuff and to make the neighborhoods look a little more interesting rather than just square blocks. And it does mean less efficient use of space. It means more like empty land that isn't used, but I like the idea of things just looking a little more, not so strict and rigid,
Yeah. I think probably most people's first games or early games will be very grid heavy. And only when you have a little bit of extra money, you've had time to understand the game, will you start thinking of more creative things to do.
Yeah. I'm now trying to place my first park, which has a really big zone of influence, which is pretty cool. And
how much is this park cost? Okay, you got a cheap
it's
park.
Pretty cheap.
Good.
Yeah,
okay.
And I guess
because you're in debt, remember?
And I guess raises happiness once you place it in that zone of influence.
Yeah, and it should also affect the land value.
I think you have to enact a policy for it to do that, though, right?
No, I just think parks will make your neighborhood just worth more.
Okay.
Because it's just a nicer place to live.
But I think you might not have to enact a policy, but there is a policy that you can enact in order to like specifically raise land value higher. Okay. So right now I'm just basically trying to debate which park would be the best.
Don't put the park on the main highway.
No, exactly. Although I would like the idea eventually of like a park that's accessible, from the city business district as well. But it just has to be the right kind of park. So I have this empty space, as you can see behind. This is a high school, by the way. Look at how busy it is. How cool.
It's a good
no
thing
parking lot, no athletic fields or anything.
Yeah, for the future, when we're next to a town, looks like you might be running a little bit low on water. Or maybe just one little house doesn't have a pipe.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to put that
knock
park
out that school.
right there.
You got to be fine knocking down houses.
Yes. I mean, I feel bad for them, but they need a park in their neighborhood, right?
Yeah, and for the high school students to go and
do things that high school students do. Yeah, so they don't have enough water, and that's because they're in this little section without water. So that's okay. Just gonna build a little pipe extension there, and now you're good. You should be covered. I've got people moving in.
Yeah, everything's looking healthy apart from your finances, which are not looking healthy.
I told you I'd be bleeding money at multiple points, right?
Ouch, yeah. No, the thing I was going to say, I think the other benefit of having an elementary school and high school in the neighborhood is it would encourage people, maybe not right now, but certainly soon as your city design evolves, to walk to school rather than drive to school. And anything you can do to keep cars off the road, the better for the city, because traffic can be a really big problem in city skylines.
But as you can see in the city district or the business district, I had some buildings that said that they wanted more educated workers. So, the high school, I guess, is working fine. Like, it seems to be being attended, and I'm not seeing any weird numbers, but it just seems like the demand is not quite being met yet. Maybe it just takes time.
They've got to get educated.
How long does it take to go to high school and graduate?
4 years.
We don't have time for that in my city building. Like, they need to get out there.
About a year has passed, yeah.
Yeah. I actually haven't... Oh, you're right. Yeah, I haven't been keeping track of, actually the number of days versus years.
Yeah, you need to up your play speed.
Well, I can't because,
because you're losing money.
I'm losing money, exactly.
Yeah.
At this stage, I have to be very careful. So I'm losing about 500 a day. It's pretty bad.
Beep.
I'm putting in more industrial zone in case that helps bring in more money, more workers and taxes being paid and things like that. Just trying to expand the industrial park to include that, although I'm still not really sure what the purpose is.
Well, I think it lets you track how a specific area is doing. So if you click on the name, you get information about land value and residents and other things. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
You can also set policies specific to that district. So you can have recreational drug use only in one area, or you can have smoke detectors only in one district.
Okay, so if I wanted to have a rich neighborhood versus a poor neighborhood or something like that.
I don't know how to do a poor neighborhood, but I guess, you could encourage one to be richer with high-tech housing or something.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm trying to... Let's see, have I started making money? I'm losing less money.
No, you're getting close. You're getting very close. Just please don't build anything big and expensive.
Yeah.
And we just need more houses, more people. Not enough workers. We need more people.
But I'm in the green finally. I'm in the green.
Wait, you already were a tiny town.
I'm talking about making money. I'm making...
Oh, cool.
Yeah, green money. So, I'm looking at the different things I've unlocked, all these parks that I'm never going to be able to pay for, for a while. There's a lot of things on this shopping list. Oh, the next milestone is Boomtown, which I can't wait to get to because that'll unlock public transport and different kinds of roads and a more advanced wind turbine, which will be maybe a reason to get rid of the coal plant, which creates lots of pollution and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I like the idea of having a city that's more green energy than coal plant and all that kind of thing. Okay, so just on a time cut to make a bit more money, and now I'm going to do this aforementioned routing of roads and expanding of the grid part of the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I said, I wanted
destroying things.
But like I said, I wanted the elementary school, which is this white building on the corner there. I want more. I want that to be closer to the high school, so I need to move things around. I'm going to have to destroy it.
No, you can move it. Good. Okay.
I can move it, but I don't have a road to put it on in the way that I want the road to go on. And I can't build a road on top of it because the game won't let me build a road on top of it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I have
That's how you hemorrhage money.
That's how I hemorrhage money. I told you, these bad decisions that I make because I'm still learning things.
Could have just...
Yeah, so I've destroyed the elementary school.
Okay.
I will rebuild it, don't worry, but I have to make sure that I have the roads working in the way that I want to, and there will be enough space. You will see that I get myself into a little bit of a snag. It's fine. It's fine. I'm learning. I will get, hopefully a little bit better at all of this. But basically, I just wanted there in this one strawberry district to have the roads be a proper grid system. After that, I will get rid of... any other neighborhoods that I build will be less grid system, but I want this to be, aesthetically pleasing with the roads the same distance apart from each other. And, like I said, the elementary school and the high school next to each other, things like that. So, yeah, that's basically the
master plan.
Yeah, the redoing of the roads there, and now I'm going to put the elementary school or rebuild it back in there, hopefully even better. And now I don't have enough money to relocate the high school. Oops. So,
and it's not on a road anymore.
Yeah, it's not on a road anymore, so there will not be educated workers going anywhere, and I'm just going to have to wait to make more money. As you might have seen, I spent myself really far down. But I'm making money, so
you're making money, apart from the fact... Okay, let's just press play then, and let's see what happens.
Basically, just at this point, have to wait for more money to come back into the town before I can move the high school. I think I need I can't remember how much it costs to move the high school, but I think I'm going to reach that point pretty soon.
Yeah,
so we don't have to wait too long.
It's not that costly. Hope if you got to 3,000 or so, you should be okay.
It's definitely cheaper to relocate than to destroy and rebuild, but there was just no choice with that elementary school.
There was a choice.
No, there wasn't.
There was a choice.
What was the choice?
To build a road to nowhere just to put the elementary school on.
And then how would that have helped me?
And then you would have relocated it back. You would have to do 2 relocations.
Oh, okay. So 2 relocations would have been cheaper than demolition.
Probably, yeah.
What they say, hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah.
The vision is clearest when you're looking backwards.
Yeah. So. But that's fine. I think that's part of the fun of the game. You know, you've got to make mistakes and learn from it and struggle and come up with creative solutions. Which is the fun for all these kind of games is, how can I do what I want to do?
Yeah, at that point when I was making that choice, I was all by myself. I didn't have you here to crunch the numbers for me.
No.
I basically am not very good with numbers, even basic adding and subtracting.
That's fine.
Yeah, so sometimes I don't make the smartest choices or the most efficient choices.
Things are, I found at work recently that, you know, if you got to get from A to E, A to E, you got to go through B, C, and D to get there.
Yeah.
So I go down my A, B, C, D, and then I suddenly find a snag, but I know I want to get to E, and by then I'm already like on that single path, and I just get stuck into this tunnel vision and say, oh, I've got to do this to get there, which is often the wrong call. And if I took a step back, I would have done it a completely different way and not gone to E at all and gone somewhere else and gone on a completely different path, which would have been cheaper and better, not done anything bad.
Isn't that the sunk cost fallacy? Because you believe that you've already sunk cost into something,
yeah, a little bit.
So therefore...
It's more just my mind is stuck in the, I am where I am, I'm at this particular point, and I need to get to that next particular point, rather than thinking to myself, I could just, what if I was to do this from scratch again? Like, my mind doesn't think that way often enough, I guess. So it causes problems. So I think that's what you got into here. It's like, well, I want to move the school. It's got to be there. I've just got to destroy the school. But the high school is still...
It's still inaccessible.
Still unhappy. Poor little high school. All those kids. There were so many kids there. They're still there. Somehow...
They're just stuck. Apparently.
Oh,
no, they're not.
No, they're walking.
They're walking, but it's weird. It says no road access, but it's walking. So
okay, kids can still go to school, but maybe there are no teachers because all the teachers need to drive.
But there's no parking lot in this high school anyway.
True.
Yeah. So basically, this is me.
It looks nice off angle, though. I like it.
I like it too, but you can't apparently have a driveway for your high school. So
you could make one, but you haven't.
You mean a road there?
Yeah, like a tiny little road. Yeah.
But I don't want to keep that high school there.
No, it's got to move.
Yeah.
It's got to be next to the elementary school.
It's got to be in my mind.
Do it.
Yeah. There's only one way. I think my needs are okay. It looks like I have about an equal need for industry versus residence, but. You know, once I move that high school, I will use that corner there for more houses. So
that's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you're doing okay. There's not massive demand for anything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You're in the black still.
Yeah, you often
paying back your loans.
Yeah, you often hit windows of time in this game where things are basically good. They're at a holding pattern, and then one small thing tips it over into this suddenly you need more things here, and you need to make this change in order to rebalance. And so it's all about like finding the balance and like choosing the right course to move it to the next stage and progress to the next stage. So I'm basically waiting.
Move that high school.
But I need money.
Yeah.
So I must have needed like 4,000 something.
Oh, crumbs.
I'm still there. Oh, so here's me figuring out the meters for things. So like electricity and water.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at garbage. Everything looks pretty good on garbage. Green everywhere.
Yeah.
And education. Yeah. Citizen happiness. They seem fine.
Yeah, they're happy. They're smiley little people.
This one house, I don't know what their problem is.
No one's there, that's why. Had 0 residents.
It's not my fault, is it?
I don't know.
I'm going to say not.
No, it's not your fault.
On a level that small, how can it be my fault? As the mayor, I'm in charge of the big things, not the particular like small buildings or anything like that. So yeah, this is Spruce Hills. I think I hadn't said the name of this, but the Curvy Road neighborhood district area is going to be called Spruce Hills. I think later I might try to do some landscaping.
Look at that traffic, 94%.
Is that good or bad?
It's good. Mine's at 74%.
Yeah. Well, that's because my town is small.
Your town is small. My town's bigger.
Pollution, as expected, is
that's good, but it's only in that area, which is absolutely fine. Noise. Oh, that wind turbine makes quite a bit of noise, actually. As do the commercial districts, which is a shame because it'd be nice to have houses and districts near, and shops near each other, but then it creates noise pollution, Crime, doing really well on crime. Don't need anything else on crime.
I think fire safety wasn't so great. I think you can see like the outlying roads weren't as covered by fire safety, unfortunately. But I have lots of natural resources, which is good. Leisure is okay because of that park. But yeah, who needs leisure anyway? You guys should all be working and paying me taxes. Yeah, terrain height. I mentioned briefly that I was going to try and in the Spruce Hills curvy neighborhood road area maybe do some terrain landscaping and maybe make some hills out of that since it's called Spruce Hills. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how that'll look or whether houses will be destroyed, but I'm interested to try. And I think it makes sense to have curvy roads if you've got, hills to build around, right?
Yeah, what if you had like a really steep mountain? You could do one of those twisty mountain paths.
Ooh, that would be cool.
And then with a tunnel.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Okay, so I'm going to move my high school, and it's going to spend me down to 19 coins. I left 19 coins of spare change in my pocket after that.
And you're earning 124
How exciting.
Time.
And as you can see, I am zoning these the wrong thing. I don't know why, but sometimes I confuse.
The last one you picked, that's right.
Yeah, I confuse, but...
Look at all the people rushing into that high school. Learn me! Learn me!
I tend to confuse the green and the yellow colors for zones for some reason. One. And yeah, it's going to take me a little bit to figure out that I miszoned those areas, but I will get it. So.
Oops.
Yeah, but basically that is how I wanted to redistrict and rebuild all of that to have, the grid system and the high school and the elementary school together. And then to the south of that, the neighborhoods with curvy roads. This is basically like taking shape to how I was initially envisioning how it would be.
Start off with a grid. When you have some money, go from a grid to something a bit more interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now it looks like I've figured out my zoning problem.
Yeah, you got to D-zone first.
Yeah.
I don't know if you figured that out.
No, I didn't at this point, no. But I will. I'll get there.
Look at all the little people running around. It's so cute.
Yeah, they are very cute. And let's see what's going on now. I have about still equal demand for residences versus industry, just checking out things and waiting for me to make more of that cash back.
It's going to take a while, only earning 170, but you're going to get there. Look at all this lovely industry in the middle of your...
This is me going, what the heck? Why do I have these
live in there?
silos here in the middle of my neighborhood? Oh, wait, maybe because I miszoned it.
This is time to pause the game. But look, helping land value for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The penny has dropped, as they say.
I finally understood what I need to do.
Yeah, dezoning helps.
And then I still have to destroy them, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
I'll figure that out eventually. In the next video, we will show, I think, another milestone being hit, and I think that milestone will allow me to put public transportation in, which I'm really excited about. Not because I need it particularly, but I just think it'd be cool. It'll start feeling more like a city. Maybe it'll encourage me to finally start working on the office area and branch out of this neighborhood area and, take some risks. I need more money, obviously, so... Yeah,
looks like it's just got to be a waiting game, let the game play out, earn you some money, hopefully get those profits creeping up to more than a paltry 100 per whatever period is. You got to knock down that silo as well.
Yes. Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this second episode of our City Skylines Vanilla Let's Play. Please let us know in the comments what you think. If you are new to our channel, feel free to subscribe because we've got plenty more City Skylines on the way.
Thanks for watching.